Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com. Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com.
Check. Testing. Oh, it seems we are on right now, so we apologize for the technical difficulties, and we are on here for YourLiveEvent.com and KRJB Radio. Good evening, and welcome aboard here on R&J Broadcasting's presentation of YourLiveEvent.com's Pine to Prairie Conference Volleyball here. This is your Bitker Inc. pregame show. As we finally gotten things working, it seems here. We apologize for the delays in getting things going. My name is Josh Boyko, joining you here tonight on KRJB Radio on 106.5 KRJB, and then YourLiveEvent.com's simulcast of Park Christian versus Ada Borup West Volleyball. We'll take a quick break and be right back here with our Bitker Inc. pregame show. We'll have our coaches' interviews coming up just around the break.
The Ada Borup West Booster Club welcomes back students and staff for another school year. They hope we can all join together and make it a safe one. Please watch carefully for children if you're driving near school buildings, in areas where school buses are traveling, or where there are school zones or bus stops. The Ada Borup West Booster Club looks forward to a great school year. Ada Borup West Booster Club is proud to support the students in academics, fine arts, and athletics. Welcome back, Ada Borup West students, staff, and administration for another great school year from the Ada Borup West Booster Club.
Cooler weather is coming. Make sure your home stays cozy and efficient with blow-in insulation from Ada Building Center. Ada Building Center has received a huge truckload shipment of blow-in insulation. You'll now get better pricing and more ways to save. With every insulation purchase, the use of the blower is absolutely free. Lower your heating costs and keep those dollars in your pocket. Blow-in insulation. Now's the time to buy from Ada Building Center, Highway 200 East Edge, Ada.
Fall is here, and that means harvest will ramp up quickly. How did your planter do this spring? Did you have the correct down pressure? Was your singulation spot on? Did you need row cleaners or a better closing system? This is Chris from Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer, and we are here to help. Discounts, 0% financing, and $50 per row rebates on most all systems will give you the tools to improve your planter pass. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. Have a safe and profitable harvest.
I've got Jenna Engel here with me on our Rivers Edge Insurance and Georgetown Elevator pregame interview. And Coach, coming into a big one here tonight for Pine to Prairie Conference as the season winds down for regular season, but still ramping it up for postseason coming up. What do you look forward to about tonight's opportunity?
Well, tonight, our girls always get excited to play Park Christian. They always want to bring a little more energy than normal. It's kind of a little rivalry. But knowing that we're playing away, so that makes a big difference, and they got to bring their own energy because the crowd definitely won't be in their favor.
Yeah. Well, you guys have been pretty successful on the road to this point. So what do you think's been a big factor to doing that on the regular season side?
I think having a veteran group of players, 6 seniors on our roster certainly help with that. They are definitely, they kind of even out the roller coaster ride of an away game. And, just knowing that, we can control what we do. And as long as we can serve and pass well, we can usually take care of our own business in a sense and not leave it up to the other team.
Yeah. And got some pretty big swinging going on with your hitters here, and Milena Severson nearing a milestone mark.
Yeah, super excited. You never know when it'll come, and just injuries and those sorts of things. But her coming close here to 1,000 kills is something that I know the whole team is going to be super excited for her because she really deserves it.
Yeah, and some couple conference matches to close out the season. You guys are trying to defend the top of the standings. How big is it to start off getting this one tonight?
Yeah, that's always a preseason goal of ours is the conference championship, and then trying to keep one game at a time. So we're really looked forward to this match, done some scouting, looking forward to this, and then we'll regroup once this one's over for our last one at Climax Fisher, and then and then we'll see how it all shakes out.
Yeah, it's been a lot of 3-set matches over the past few years, but in this particular matchup of Ada Borup West versus Park Christian, but every team's different. Every year's a little bit different. What do you expect on the floor tonight?
I expect Park Christian to be really scrappy. We scrimmaged them in preseason, and they served well and they blocked us well. So if we can hit our shots and pass a little better, hopefully that'll be enough to come out with a win.
All right. Best of luck tonight, Coach. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Thank you.
That's Jenna Engel joining us on our Rivers Edge Insurance and Georgetown Elevator pregame show.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
I've got Nisa Hoiberg here with me on our Rivers Edge Insurance and Georgetown Elevator pre-match interview, and take me through where we're at in this point in the season, getting down to it with a conference match against Ada, a big one here tonight with the Cougars in town.
Yeah, I think it's a really big match for us. We're hoping that the girls come in with a lot of confidence. I think we have all the skills that we need. It's just a matter if we show up or not. Consistency is going to be a really big thing for us tonight. Being consistently on, I think, is going to be some keys. So, yeah.
Yeah. What else do you want to see from the team just to make sure that they're on their game tonight and engaged against a team that you got to be engaged against?
Yeah, I feel like engaged is a really good word. I think we consistently have been taking teams into 4 or 5 set matches. So I think if we can do that and kind of really battle tonight, I think that's gonna work well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then with some big swingers over on the Ada side, how do you pull off the block tonight, keep them in control?
Yes, closing our block, making sure it's set. Making sure our blockers are communicating and working together, and then our defenders just making sure they're covering tips and those roll shots and all those things. So a lot of working together. Yeah,
and with the last 3 matches of the season for you guys all being conference matches and some tight standings at the top, how big is it to play competitively tonight? And then also with Ada at the top and you guys tied kind of with Climax, how big is it to get these last few down the stretch?
Yeah, I think we would really love to win this game. I think it would mean a lot for us and be a huge confidence booster going into the playoffs. So yeah.
Lots at stake tonight. Best of luck out there.
Thank you.
That's Nisa Hoiberg joining us on our pre-game interview.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out BearsHomeSolutions.com.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the open spaces here and being able to go in and out. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators. I just have most everything that I need close at hand.
At the Bennett Hoogland Agency, we know farming isn't just a job, it's a way of life. And in a small town, a handshake still means something. That's why we take the time to get to know you, your farm, and your family, because your success is our success.
Whether you're growing row crops or raising livestock, we'll help you build a risk management plan that fits your farm like a well-worn pair of work boots. We will also walk you through disaster or farm programs.
Stop by and see us in Ada or Moorhead, or give us a call. At Bennett Hoogland Agency, we're not just your insurance agents, we're your neighbors. We are an equal opportunity provider.
Welcome back here on the Bitker Inc. pregame show, as the national anthem is now in the books, as you can fall into savings on vehicle and farm implement tires this month at Bitker Inc. Thank you to Bitker Inc. for sponsoring our pregame show here tonight. It's now time for our West Main Pizza starting lineups for the Ada Borup West Cougars. This is the roster that they will send out. Number 1, junior Olivia Hansen. Number 2, Riley Rue, a freshman. Number 4, senior Avery Johnson. Senior number 5, Milena Severson, nearing a milestone 1,000 kill mark here that she could reach tonight. The NDSU commit nearing that milestone marker. We'll hopefully be able to point out for you if it happens here tonight. Cadence Thome, a senior, wears number 6. Macy Thornton, a junior, wears number 7. Audrina Egan, a senior, wears 8. Taylor Stunis, Emerson Morgan Engel, a senior, number 12. And now Leighton Auden, the junior. And rounding it out, the sophomore Elodie Dahl, number 14. Those are your West Main Pizza starting lineups for the Ada Borup West Cougars at 17-8 on the year, head coached by Jana Engel. And now time for the starting lineups, brought to you by West Main Pizza for the Park Christian Falcons. West Main Pizza in Ada and Rail District in Dilworth has a great deal for lunch. For $7.95, you can get a bowl of soup with baby breadsticks and a fountain drink. Or you can get an 8-inch one-topping pizza with fountain drink also for $7.95. Here is the Park Christian Falcons. They'll be in their dark navy blues with the white lettering and lettering and numbers, and then the red trim. Head coached by Laura Harris and Nisa Hoiberg, co-head coaching this year. They'll send out a defensive specialist senior, number 2, Maddie Olson. A right side junior, number 3, McKenna Christensen. A defensive specialist junior, number 4, outside hitter, senior, a captain, number 5, Annika Johnson. In the middle, a senior middle hitter, number 6, Libby Sukert. A setter, senior number 7, Haley Free. We'll see her rotate in with her setting mate, Kylie West, here tonight, who we'll see in just a second. Zoe Levang in the middle off the bench. A junior, wears number 8. The libero for the Falcons tonight is junior number 9, Delaney Spalding. An outside hitter, junior number 10, Siri Messelt. A junior right side, number 11, off the bench, Sierra Carlson. Number 11 outside hitter, number 13, a junior outside hitter, Whitley Tomlinson. The other captain and setter, number 14, a senior, Kylie West. In the middle, starting for the Falcons, number 15, the sophomore, Brenna DeVries. A senior defensive specialist, number 16, Alexa Gregg. And rounding out the Falcons lineup, number 17, a right side, senior, Atara Tofibom. Those are the Park Christian Falcons at 13-7 on the year. Both of these clubs have lost their last match, but it was tournament play for Ada Borup West, whereas Park Christian has dropped a couple of matches recently, including a 5-setter to Monoman Waban earlier this year. That was one that they didn't expect to drop, and just trying to rebound and get back in the win column here tonight. It is about time we play some volleyball. Those are your West Main Pizza starting lineups for tonight. West Main Pizza in Ada and Rail District in Dilworth. Thank you for joining us here tonight on 106.5 KRJB and yourliveevent.com. It is time to get volleyball started here. Ada Borup West in the Cougar red with the white numbers, the black letters, and then the white and black trim on the arms. Park Christian will get the first service for tonight, and we are underway. Kylie West, the senior setter, gets us started, and that is an ace. So the Falcon faithful will get seated early as the Falcons draw first blood on their home court tonight. West serves, finds the libero Avery Johnson in the back middle. Big swing on the outside from Morgan Engel, and she gets the kill. Here comes Engel now from left to right for Ada Borup West. West with the set. Christensen's drive dug out by the libero Johnson. Severson's touch. Deflected at the net, nearly Severson had it again. Pushed to the back and down right in the corner. Ada Borup West dropping one down in the perfect spot. They get the last two for a 2-1 Falcons lead. Here comes Engel. And this one will get served into the net to knot us at 2 on our Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard here tonight. Are the ties at 1-1 and 2-2 in this one. Annika Johnson, a senior outside hitter for the Falcons, has seen the Cougars plenty throughout her career, with being a multi-sport athlete for volleyball, basketball, and track and field. Audrina Egan gears up with a mighty right-handed swing and powers one through, and there is a lot of power on this Ada Borup West Cougars roster. Milena Severson nearing that 1,000 kill mark, as we've noted. Audrina Egan with a big swing there. Morgan Engel also. Big swing from Siri Messelt. This one will sail out the backside. 4-2 Ada Borup West. Broadcasting today high atop the Laura Tweeten Thrivent Financial booth here. Cougars are going to tack on another point here. Egan continuing to serve. Christensen. It's a good drive, but it's dug out by Engel in the right spot. Engel now lofts over a free ball. Set coming to the middle. DeVries. Engel steps up and gets that one off the deflection from the front row. Engel from the back row. Alexa Gregg touches it as it was on its way out, and Ada Borup West continues a nice run in the early going. Egan with the serve. West with the set, left side. Messel powers this one through the front row. Thornton and Severson were there in coverage, but Messel, just a tick better that time, was able to force it through and stop the bleeding for the Park Christian Falcons. In that front row right now, you see all that height between Milena Severson, Morgan Engel, and Taylor Stunis. That's going to pose some issues for the Falcons. That is the most height that they've seen in the front row this year. Big swing, Severson. Oh my goodness. Putting a charge in one and blasts it down. (7-3) Cougars in the early going of set number 1 on our Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, and an ace. Macy Thornton The junior drops one in for the Cougars to make it 8-3. No jump serve, just a traditional serve that time from Thornton. Here comes the swing from McKenna Christensen. From the right side, slashes one across from far to near. That is the first kill for McKenna Christensen tonight. Haley Free getting her first reps off the bench for Park Christian, the setter that comes in for West. There's another one wide open on the side for Milena Severson. There is just no stopping that. Severson with a huge height advantage on the outside. It was the left side that time. No contest at the net from the Falcons. Pushed across by Taylin Card to Avery Johnson in the back row. Up to Severson, out to Engel off the block that time. Glancing block from Carlson and Sukert. Big swing from Messelt into the net. Ten to 4. Here comes Severson with the serve. Goes towards Taylin Card. Back set from Free. Carlson pushes towards Severson. Now Avery Johnson lofts it up for Engel. Pancake attempt. And Park Christian can't believe that that was blown dead. But the officials did blow it dead. It was an amazing pancake effort from Delaney Spalding. And the Falcons kept playing as if that never got onto the floor. But the refs blow it dead, and it's 11-4, Ada Borup West. Spalding lofts this one over. First touch for Leighton Auden. This one sails out the backside on a hitting error from Ada Borup West. 11-5, Cougars. To the outside, this one's gonna hit the antenna is Luther Stuland on the far side with the flag is gonna put it up. That's back-to-back points for the Falcons. Spalding drops this one in for Engel. Here's the set, back over to Engel. Taylin Card with a sprawling dig. Annika Johnson towards Engel, now kept up by Avery Johnson. Free ball coming for Park Christian. Carlson a big swing, but it's sent back by the size of Severson and Engel. No, that was Engel on the far side. And she powers this one through. Spalding with an incredible save. The Falcons still playing scrappy. And they're going to get this point courtesy of Annika Johnson, but the Spalding sprawling dig, my goodness, that one prolonged the point that had no business, still continuing. The Falcons on a 3-0 run. Big swing coming. There's a tip from Spalding, trying to keep that one alive. It was heading on its way out, but give the kill to Morgan Engel. Spalding with kind of a no-look push touch over. This one lobbed across. It's going to come back on an overpass from the Falcons. And the beneficiary is Audrina Egan. Some loose change at the net on the overpass. Timeout called by Park Christian. It's 13-7 on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard here on YourLiveEvent.com and 106.5 KRJB. We'll be right back.
For the last 25 years, Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties has been serving the real estate needs of Fargo-Moorhead and the surrounding communities. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Carlita is ready to help you evaluate the market and make the right choice for you. Take the first step into selling into your next home by calling Carlita Dietz at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services Premier Properties at 701-367-5918. Experienced, confident, qualified. Carlita Dietz.
This timeout brought to you by Freedom Fuel, both gas and diesel fuel pumps at the Freedom Fuel on Highway 9 in Ada, open 24 hours, the fastest fuel pumps in town. Thank you to Freedom Fuel and Shine for sponsoring our timeouts here today. Let's take a look at our Valley Vision Clinic focus on the game here. It's going to be the serve receive for Park Christian, and it's going to be the outsides for Ada Borup West. We've already seen them coming into play here when Park Christian has gotten into their offense, as they will right here. Good touch from Spalding. Gets to a nice touch at the net as they joust away. Annika Johnson with a swing off the hands of Engel, deflected up. Engel finds it, relocates, and pops it over to Spalding. To the right side, Carlson, tip touch, sends Egan to the ground. Engel to the back, dug out by Card. Free to Johnson, kept up by Avery Johnson now in the back, the libero for the Cougars. And the Falcons in trouble, down it goes. A couple of touches in the back going nowhere for the Falcons. That is our, let's get back to our Valley Vision Clinic. Focus on the game, enjoy spectacular savings at Valley Vision Clinic in Ada. Save more, buy more. Save more when you purchase your eyewear at Valley Vision Clinic in Ada. 218-784-4091. As we'll keep an eye on the serve receive for Park Christian. And then here comes that front row for Ada Borup West, and Audrina Egan with her third kill of the first set. 15-7 now on our Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Park Christian needs to find some sort of answer to disrupt that Cougars front row, or it could be a long night for that Falcons front row, but maybe a short night for the team if that continues on. Spalding with a set towards Carlson, tipped over. Avery Johnson to her knees. Now here comes Egan, big swing, down it goes. The serve to Annika Johnson, now out to Sierra Carlson, punches this one over. A dive kept up by Thornton, and bang! Morgan Engel extends the lead to 10 for Ada Borup West. Couple of NDSU D1 commits for this Ada Borup West squad between Severson and Engel, and they look sharp in the early going. Here comes the serve from the libero, Avery Johnson. Sukert now starting to play the outside, and swiped back over by Engel on the third touch that looked dead, but this time Annika Johnson puts an end to it for Park Christian on the left side. Johnson able to power that one home for her first kill of the night. 17-8 Cougars. Libby Sukert's going jump serve to the back row. Set up for Egan, but it's blocked away by Brenna DeVries in the middle for Park Christian. The sophomore getting up. Maybe that's the answer for that front row. Can DeVries cause some havoc and slow down that Cougars attack? Here comes Engel from just inside the 10-foot line. There's DeVries again. Back-to-back blocks. That is high performance right there, brought to you by Performance Egg of Borup, Minnesota. You want high performance on your farm? Visit with the guys at Performance Egg. Dry and liquid fertilizer, seed for your farm, sugar beet, corn, soybean, alfalfa, sunflowers, agronomy, and application services available. That was some high performance play from Brenna DeVries. Back-to-back blocks. This one just out. Lofted over by the Cougars, so that's 3 straight points for Park Christian, trying to get their way back into contention of set number 1. Still find themselves down 6 on the Sukert serving streak. Good serve, gets Johnson to lunge down for it. Engel with a good attack, there it goes. Morgan Engel. 4 kills in the first set, and we'll see some substitutions coming in now for Park Christian. Alexa Gregg will sub in for Libby Sukert, so that's a bit of a change in the rotation for Nisa Hoiberg and Laura Harris, as we haven't seen that one much. It's usually been Gregg for Card. Engel able to power this one through the block. DeVries and Carlson were there, but it does sneak over the net and down. 19-11, Ada Borup West in set number 1. Popped up for Johnson. From the 10-foot line into the net it goes. There's a good answer from the Cougars. 3 straight to answer the Falcons 3 in a row. Serve from left to right from Leighton Auden. This one, no tip at the net, as it is touched out by Brenna DeVries. 21-11, timeout Park Christian. Another Freedom Fuel timeout. We'll step aside here, come back on your live event on 106.5 KRJB.
Looking to tackle a big building project or a major fall cleanup? Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro has what you need. 40 dumpster roll-off boxes that are on hand, ready for rent. Need building materials? They'll deliver everything you need for your project and bring the dumpster at the same time for maximum convenience. If it's time for fall cleaning, rent a large dumpster and clear out your space with ease. For rentals of your dumpsters and building needs, your one-stop shop for your projects, Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
In the Laura Tweeten Thrivent Financial broadcast booth tonight, we see the Ada Borup West Cougars off to a magnificent start. 21-11 over Park Christian, and these are 2 of the top teams in the Pine to Prairie Conference, but make no mistake, Ada Borup West favorites to take home that conference championship. Laura Tweeten, your Thrivent Financial representative with office locations in Ada and Ulen. Here's Free to the outside, a set for Annika Johnson, dug out by Engel. Now back to her, blast one through. Free takes a seat trying to contest on that one, but an overmatched opportunity there where Engel able to get a free swing off past that Falcons front row. Cougars doubling up Park Christian right now in set number 1. Leighton Auden continuing her serving streak. It's a 5-0 run for the Cougars, make it 6 as Sierra Carlson tried to slice one across at the net, and it goes just out of bounds on the near side. DeVries with a straight down swing. Egan able to punch that one up. Spalding keeps it alive for Park Christian. Now Annika Johnson rejected at the net. DeVries able to return fire. Now Carlson pops it over, gets Auden to commit to the outside, and a tip. Morgan Engel will get credit for another kill. That's 7 in the first set. Dominant first set performance. 24-11. Cougars on set point now. Auden trying to put things away with already a 7-0 run in progress for the Cougars. Free setting up to the outside. Johnson. And this one punched through at the net by Adrina Egan to do it for set number 1. She's got 4 kills. And we'll take a break here as Ada Borup West is up 1-0, 25-11, your final in set number 1. We'll get our Linfors Insurance Agency set recap. Also brought to you by First Class Mortgage here on the Your Live event side. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Val from Ada Borup West. I want to say thank you for the support of the Ada Borup West School. The students, staff, administration, and leaders in the school are working together every day to make sure that the students are given every opportunity to succeed, and that is made possible from the support that the community has offered. From the Booster Club to the many other organizations and groups that have come together, thank you from all of us at Ada Borup West School, home of the Cougars.
What happens to your business when you step away? This is Kurt Fillion, Wealth Advisor with Franzen Investment Services. Succession planning is key to preserving what you've built, and our team is here to assist business owners and address transition strategies that help preserve value and prepare for continuity. Whether passing to family or selling to a partner, we'll help you plan with confidence. Get in touch with a call to Franzen Investment Services at 218-415-7139. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, and SIPC.
When you experience the loss of a loved one, you can trust the Cease Family Funeral Homes to guide you through the arrangements necessary to create a meaningful ceremony that celebrates the unique life being honored. The staff at Cease Family Funeral Homes is committed to providing your family with the highest quality care and service in your time of need, and they take pride in their responsibility to lighten your burden as you take the first steps toward healing. Located in Black Duck, Bemidji, Cass Lake, Park Rapids, and Nevis, Cease Family Funeral Homes.
Welcome to our set recap brought to you by Linfors Insurance. Locations in Foston, Bagley, Clearbrook, Monoman, Fertile, and Ada. Visit with Linfors Insurance Agency for your insurance, home, auto, life, farm, health, business, and commercial business, recreation vehicles. Think of what and who you need to protect. Do it with Linfors Insurance Agency. Let's take a look at some of our first set stats here on YourLiveEvent.com. Milena Severson hunting 1,000 kills, and she has 2 of those in the first set, so getting closer to that mark. Audrina Egan with 4 kills. Morgan Engel with 7, so a lot of damage done by that front row of Ada Borup West. For Park Christian, limited offensive numbers in the first. Brenna DeVries had a couple nice blocks to spark something on a 3-0 run, but then it was quickly answered with a 9-0 Cougars run to close the set. Cougars will serve first, and it's Morgan Engel that will be doing that serving from left to right. Brenna DeVries will power this one through, but it's kept up by the Cougars. Spalding lunges to the back line to keep that one up. Carlson drops in a dime, though, for Park Christian. Nice sink to it, rolled it up, and down it went. Sierra Carlson getting her first kill of the night. We had a couple aces brought to you by Nick Gwynn Agency, one for Kylie West and one for Macy Thornton in that first set. It's going to be a net violation on Ada Borup West as Audrina Egan, the senior outside hitter, gets into the net a little bit as she powered that one through. It got down, but the violation wipes it away. 2-0 Park Christian in the early going of the second set on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. And there goes Milena Severson picking up her 3rd kill of the night. Attacking from that left side. Here is Egan to serve from a set position. Goes towards Spalding in the back row, up to West. Now Johnson dug out by Engel. Engel from beyond the 10-foot line with a good swing. DeVries rejected at the net. Kept up by Ada Borup West. Wow, the Cougars really extending this point with a couple touches that have been right on the line on some diving attempts. And then the deke by Morgan Engel acted like she was going to set that one up, and instead a no look right to the middle of the floor, down in a vacant spot of the Falcons defense. This serve comes up a little bit short from Audrina Egan, and the Falcons will reclaim the lead back at 3-2. Joust at the net, was fading onto the Falcon side. DeVries tips it back over, kept up initially, but the Falcons are not able to return fire, as that one careens over towards the scorer's table and Falcons bench. To the outside, Messelt sinking this one down and gets the kill. Been a quiet night for Messelt and the Falcons front row to start. That block for the Cougars has been pretty potent. And then the Falcons have been trying to play a little bit more defense than offense to start this one. Here's Taylon Card from way back, runs into this one, and that is an ace. Avery Johnson threw her hands as she was trying to debate, do I go, do I not go on that one? That is an ace, brought to you by Nick Gwynn Agency. This one sails just out the back from Card, who loves to live on the edge, especially with those serves. That one trickles out, but she did steal a point on that first serve with the ace. Johnson able to keep this one up for the Cougars, leading to Engel, and that will tie this one up at 5. If you're just joining us here on yourliveevent.com or 106.5 KRJB, thank you for tuning in tonight as this serve travels out from Severson. So the Falcons will retain the lead back now at 6-5, but the first set decisively in favor of the Cougars at 25-11, closing it on a 9-0 run. Haley Free, the setter for Park Christian, forces a dive. Engel still got it past Spalding in the back row from beyond the 10-foot line. That is just a D1 player example right there of someone that really has an advantage with the size and the precision to put that in the right spot. The Falcons pop this one over and down for another point. Delaney Spalding, the libero for Park Christian, serves, goes towards her counterpart libero, Avery Johnson. Big swing, Egan set up perfectly on a tee for Egan. That is not stoppable. Here's Auden on the serve. Sukert the tip and wins at the net. Sukert, no stranger to winning in close at the net for volleyball or for basketball, as these two teams, they know each other quite well with how often they see each other on the basketball side, at least once a year on the volleyball side. Both regularly competitive in the Pine to Prairie Conference. Popped up to the outside, Carlson. Johnson able to get that first touch. Severs in the set to Engel, dug out by Spalding. Carlson able to lob this one over, but it's a free ball coming back. Here's Egan. DeVries and Annika Johnson just unable to put up much of a fight there. Just straight power from the middle from Audrina Egan. Tied at 8 on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Here's Morgan Engel to serve. Gets a couple Falcons to commit. Spalding gets the touch. Set up for Johnson and blasts that one down. Annika Johnson picks up the kill. Avery Johnson doing some gymnastics to try to save that one. Does the splits down to get that ball, but couldn't get enough of a piece of it to keep it up. 9-8 Falcons on top. Falcons working from right to left. The serve from Kylie West gets a free ball in return. DeVries blocked away at the net. Here comes Christensen, dug out well by Engel on the back row, just so smoothly. This one was heading out, but it was hit by Alexa Gregg. Tied at 9. Got to give a shout out to Morgan Engel with the pass there on that first touch. It was a good hit for Christensen, but she just ate that one up. This one hits the antenna off a Park Christian touch, and Ada Borup West has taken the lead at 10-9 in set number 2. DeVries able to lunge and keep this one alive for the Falcons on the second touch. They return. Blocked away by DeVries at the net on a Taylor Stunis swing. Knotted at 10. It was a free ball for the Cougars, but DeVries had other ideas. Sinking serve and a good one from Park Christian. Avery Johnson lobs a free ball back over towards Annika Johnson. Kylie West a setup, punched over the net on the left side by Siri Messelt. Christensen elevates on the overpass and spikes that one down. Park Christian back on top. That's the danger of an overpass in the area of that Falcons front row, and Ada Borup West has done a nice job limiting those mistakes. This one sailing just out the back on the Alexa Gregg serve. Just missed by a couple inches, but Christensen taking advantage of a rare opportunity at the net for some free cash. Macy Thornton will serve it over for the Cougars, going short towards Messelt. Overpass. Here comes Ada Borup West. Dug out by Spalding initially, but this one trickles on out of bounds. Big swing from Milena Severson gets the kill. Low laser serve from Thornton. DeVries with a tip. Auden adjusts. Here comes Severson again. West able to get a piece of it. Messelt at the net drops one in front of Avery Johnson. Nice job by Kylie West to sprawl, get a fist on that one, pop it up and keep it alive to where Messelt could later take advantage of it. It is 12 apiece on our Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard right now, with Taylin Card serving. The Falcons have already surpassed their first set total for points. Good serve, sends Thornton back for it. Falcons get a hand on the Severson touch. Engel commits, gets the second touch, lobs it back over, and down it goes. Messelt had to go to the ground, and the ball came back down on top of her as she was still trying to get up. Nicely placed there from Morgan Engel, nearing the double-digit kill mark. Spalding in self-defense able to hit that one back over on the first touch. Here comes a swing from Messelt up against the basketball hoop, and Johnson can't readjust. Siri Messelt picks up the kill. Much closer and competitive second set, as we're only halfway through it, but no timeouts called from either side, no runs getting out of hand, as we've seen several ties along the way. No one leading by more than 2 points at any point in this set. Engel out the back, blasts this one, and Park Christian will recapture the lead. One of the first hitting errors that we've seen from Morgan Engel tonight. She's been very accurate. That one travels out of bounds. Here comes Haley Free with a short serve into the net. Falcons have been better on serving and service received tonight. It's been a factor to the game that's plagued them throughout the season at times. Big time hit from Messelt, and that one is tipped at the net, so it is Falcons point. It's another performance ag of Borup. High performance play from the Falcons, Siri Messelt with a big swing at the net to regain the lead. Good serve from Spalding, sends the fellow libero Johnson down for it, but it's tipped back over. The Cougars able to find a vacancy in the Falcons' floor of the defense, tied at 15. Leighton Auden with the serve, goes towards Spalding. Sukert in the middle, dug out by Auden in the back. Set up by Engel for Severson, grazes the net. Point, Cougars. Net violation on Park Christian is the official call. Auden with a line drive serve. It's going to send the Falcons all the way back. Card able to get some loft under it, but that one's not going to make it over. Spalding with a valiant effort. Falcons will call their first timeout of the second set. Brought to you by Freedom Fuel. We'll step aside here on 106.5 KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
As an American Family Insurance agent, Chris and Monica Heisey look out for what matters to you most, even when nothing is wrong. These days, everyone wants to save money, and they can show you how easy it is to have multiple policies by combining your auto and homeowner's insurance. Let Chris Heisey Agency with American Family Insurance put some change back into your pocket. For more info, visit chrisheisey.com. That's chrisheisey.com for all the details.
Welcome back on our timeout here at Park Christian, brought to you by Freedom Fuel and Shine. Car wash discounts available with fuel purchase at Freedom Fuel in Ada on Highway 9. See the American flag wave at Freedom Fuel and Car Wash. Offense starting to get going for the Cougars in this second set, as the Falcons have had a few more answers and adjustments to put up a good fight. Lots of lead changes, but this time the Cougars have gotten out to a 2-point lead, but it's cut into here by Sierra Carlson on the right side, able to beat the block. Brenna DeVries will get back in for Park Christian. She's been a positive for the Falcons, trying to slow down some of the high-octane force from the Cougars that was in full effect in set number one. Here's the set coming from Severson. Spalding with a great play to keep this one up. Sukert will return it. And into the net for Morgan Engel as she tumbles to the ground. We're tied back at 17, but she's up and okay. Good to see there. Great effort from Delaney Spalding, again, the libero, extending a play for Park Christian. Sukert with the serve. Here comes Engel. Oh, what a dig from Sukert in the back row. Pushed over from Spalding. Set up Severson at the net. Falcons able to keep this one up as it was hit to their far side on the right near Carlson. This one over the extended block, which seemed to affect that shot there. Not in a tip, but just a contest. You could see Sierra Carlson, one of the better jumpers, better vertical athletes on this Falcons squad, has seen some additional time and got her hands up, forcing Engel a little bit higher than she normally would want to be, and forces a tip this time. Carlson to Avery Johnson. Johnson will again get the touch. DeVries powers one through, but Severson able to keep it alive. Carlson led too far into the net. Point Cougars. We're tied at 18. Morgan Engel will start from the Park Christian lettering on the baseline. Free did not get there in time, didn't call for help either, it sounded like, so it's going to be point Cougars. Engel with a jump serve, middle of the floor. Spalding down to a knee to grab it. Johnson off the tip. Here's Severson first touch. Engel with the setter Deke. Free, able to keep it up. Spalding returns, but the Falcons are scrambling. To the outside, Severson dug out by Sukert. Free gets there to set up for Johnson. Auden first touch. Set up to the outside for Severson, dug out by Spalding. To the left side now, Johnson through the block, kept up. No, not quite. Annika Johnson able to beat the block and tie this one up at 19 apiece. The Falcons showing some fight in this second set. McKenna Christensen back in on the right side for Sierra Carlson, who had a great stint. They'll switch out the setter. West is in now for Free. Up at the net, Severson just looking straight down over that net. The perfect setup from Morgan Engel, and Severson gliding, floating elegantly on the air, just looking straight down at the ground, spikes it, and gives Ada Borup West the lead back. That is high performance right there, brought to you by Performance Egg of Borup. Good tip over from Christensen. Sukert has to retreat, though, on the touch from Engel. Going back over on the first touch. Set up, Engel, Severson the tip. Pancake effort from Spalding. Christensen, can she get it over? It is over, but not in play. Great effort from the Falcons to try and return, but it lands just out of bounds. A 2-point lead for the Cougars, tied for their largest of the set. Audrina Egan with the serve, and it's an ace. Egan picks up her first ace. Brought to you by Nick Gwynn Agency of Ada. Talk with Nick Gwynn and Braden Fetting for your home, auto, farm, commercial insurance coverages at 784-2588. Falcons will call their second timeout of the set. The largest lead of the set is 22-19 on yourliveevent.com. And 106.5 KRJB will be back in 30 seconds.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
Welcome back to Park Christian School here on yourliveevent.com at 106.5 KRJB. That timeout brought to you by the fastest pumps in Ada at Freedom Fuel and Shine. Audrina Egan will serve for Ada Borup West, looking to go up 2-0 on the road. But not so fast, says Brenna DeVries, going to a vacancy in the backside of the Cougars defense. 22-20. Annika Johnson, the senior for Park Christian, will serve from right to left. Targets Thornton, Engel to Severson, blast off. No stopping that one. Morgan Engel has done an excellent job at the setter spot. I mean, she kind of plays everywhere, but she has plenty of assists tonight, and that one going to Milena Severson. Siri Messelt gets a kill for Park Christian. It looked like there's going to be a free ball heading over, but she was able to beat a block. And he gets down 23-21. Still Cougars on top, but it's been back and forth. The Cougars have had the advantage as of late. Taylin Card, one of the better Park Christian servers. Jump serve, but it's going to sail just off the line, out of play. That is her serve, though. She always is targeting that back line. She'll steal some aces, but also will have a couple float out the backside like that one did. Overpass, what an incredible dig from Delaney Spalding, and the Falcons able to stay alive in the set on a ball they had no business keeping up. Engel or Severson, one of the two, had an incredible opportunity at the net on the overpass from the serve, but Spalding with an extra spectacular effort to keep it up. This one out the backside from Engel and will play on 24-23. Here comes the set for the set, but it is tipped up by Christensen. Spalding gets there to help out the setter. Messelt, the swing, corralled by the Cougars. Blast off from Engel to end set number 2, 25-23. The Cougars able to come out on top again, surviving a late Falcons run. 25-23 is your second set score, and a very entertaining set number 2. We'll take a break here and get to our Lynn For's Insurance Agency set recap and the First Class Mortgage set recap here on the Your Live Events side. Thank you for tuning in on 106.5 KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com.
We aren't meant to be still. And while you determine the direction you'll go, we're just here to help you along the way. So go. Go with experience. Go with teamwork. Go with neighbors. Go with integrity.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
We'll go back here on YourLiveEvent.com, where the Ada Borup Cougars, Ada Borup West Cougars have taken a 2-set-0 lead in Park Christian. Undefeated on the regular season road schedule this year are the Cougars. They're also 8-0 in conference play, which they're looking to improve upon here tonight. Only a couple matches left. They'll travel to Climax Fisher for their final match of the year. And we do have the 1,000th kill being announced over the PA right now for Milena Severson. Was 8 kills away from it heading into the night, and you see the sign going up on the far side. There it is, 1,000 kills for Milena Severson, getting the round of applause. Standing ovation from not only the Ada Borup West fans, but the Park Christian faithful as well. Good gesture from both sides, recognizing that milestone accomplishment from the NDSU D1 commit. The set recap brought to you by Lynn For's Insurance Agency, as we'll head to set number 3 with the Falcons trailing 2-0. That is your set recap right there. Is the 1,000th kill for Milena Severson. Morgan Engel also at the 10-kill mark here tonight. Audrina Egan has been the third of that trio that have really been swinging away here tonight for Ada Borup West. This serve going out of bounds from Kylie West. Our Valley Vision focus of the game focused on some Park Christian serving, receive, and the serve itself. The serve has been okay. They haven't been stealing many aces, but they haven't been serving it out of play too many times like they did just on that occasion. So that kept him in that second set for sure. Just having a better serve, receive, and serve. Cougars on top 2-0 as they blast that point by Kylie West. Here is Engel. Serving from left to right. Goes towards Sukert. DeVries rolls this one up to the back for Auden. Severson off a deflection at the net, which messes up the Sukert touch. In return, 3-0, Ada Borup West. Sukert slides to corral that serve. It's an overpass, though, setting up Severson, and a good attempt on the block there from DeVries, but it goes out of bounds. 4-0. The serve traveling and had a little bit of extra carry to it. It sails out. It's 4-1. Siri Messelt will re-enter the game on the outside. Annika Johnson to serve. They sub out to libero Spalding to give her a break. She's been busy. A sinking serve. Down it goes. Annika Johnson with a Nick Gwynn Agency ace. That was beautifully done. Talk with Nick Gwynn and Braden Fetting for your home, auto, farm, commercial insurance coverages. 784-2588. They're going to say that was 4 touches. That one did not get over the net for Ada Borup West on a big swing at the net. Falcons have countered with a 3-0 run themselves. Johnson calling off the rest of the Cougars. Overpassed for Severson, but the Falcons unable to end the point. Now they finally do, as Severson had a touch that she was over by the scorer's table, tried to wrap it around, but Luther Stulen waves the flag and says that one did not go on the right side. 4-4, Severson, dug out by Sukert. To West, Messelt, that one hits the antenna. Sharp angle, trying to slice that one across. Difficult to do for a righty on that left side. To spin that one towards the right corner to avoid the antenna, couldn't quite do it. Messelt able to put a floater over Severson and Thornton at the net. 5 apiece. Taylin Card will serve for Park Christian. She has an ace, but a couple of service errors as well. And this one again will sail out. Trying to be just a little bit too precise there. She always aims for that back line, but has only hit on 1 of 4 attempts. Christensen elevates. Engel with a nice dig. Gets it up for Johnson, setting up for Auden and Sukert, and Christensen get the block at the net for the Falcons. 6-6. Sierra Carlson coming back in for McKenna Christensen. Haley Free in for Kylie West. A deeper rotation for the Falcons than what the Cougars like to run. Jana Engel with a more defined rotation. Here comes the setup from Free to Messelt and into the net. Low serve from Severson. Suker with a drive, dug out by Severson. What a play on both sides. Set to the left side. Messel rejected at the net. Auden was there, and Messel this time into the net. Long serve from Severson, goes cross court for Card. Messel running into it. And they're going to say a tip at the net. It did go just out, but Messel got a running start. And boy, did she ever put a charge into that one. Carlson with a drive, handled by Severson, who will now take a swing. Dug out by Haley Free. Sierra Carlson into the net. A few too many hitting errors for Park Christian tonight. They were able to limit those pretty well in set number 2, and 25-23, Ada Borup West was the set 2 final. They find themselves down a couple points in large part due to those errors. Suker with a good touch, but it's handled. Now Engel, a drive to the back, dug out by Card. Johnson off a block, gets a couple Cougars diving on top of each other, still on the ground, but Engel knows what to do with it, but it travels just out. There are a couple Cougars sprawling out for that one. Avery Johnson and Macy Thornton both went for that same dig in the back row, and were trying to sort it out amongst themselves to get up before the end of that point was over. Sukert able to keep this one alive, but not that one. Sukert was forced all the way to the back, overpassed it, and it was sent right back to her. 10-8. Morgan Engel got that latest kill. She's in double digits tonight. Carlson splits the defense in the back row between Severson and Auden. Sierra Carlson definitely on the radar for our Subway sub of the game. Subway Ada bringing our sub of the game to you tonight, and Carlson off the bench has looked really sharp. She's gotten a few kills from that right side as there goes Engel for another one, splitting that Falcons block. But Carlson also on defense has been one of the better defenders for the block tonight. Trying to put up with that incredible Ada Borup West front row. Johnson lobs this one over, and down it goes. Very gettable ball. It was going to be a free ball, but some miscommunication between Avery Johnson and Leighton Auden in the back row as it just lands right between both of them. (11:10) on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Ada Borup West up. Good dig from Johnson on the Severson drive, leading to Messelt, but Engel keeps it up. First touch, Johnson. And there's the kill for Milena Severson. Audrina Egan with the serve coming up now for the Cougars. Will send a knuckler to the back row. Is going to travel out of play, but it's played by Park Christian at the last second. So it ends up as an ace. Brought to you by Nick Gwynn Agency in Ada. Insurance Brokers of Minnesota, Nick Gwynn Agency of Ada. Talk with Nick Gwynn and Braden Fetting for your home, auto, farm, commercial insurance coverages at 784-2588. That one splits a couple Park Christian defenders. And timeout called by Park Christian as Ada Borup West has jumped out to a 14-10 lead on 106.5 KRJB and YourLiveEvent.com. We'll be right back with our timeout brought to you by Freedom Fuel of Ada.
For a top-notch car wash experience, head to Fast Lane Car Wash, situated next to the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo. They treat every vehicle with the same respect and care as their own, ensuring that your car is in good hands from pre-wash preparation to hand-dry finish. Check out the Fast Lane Car Wash on the west side of the Petro Stopping Center in Fargo and spruce up your ride with interior detailing, buff, and wax at the Fast Lane with Thomas, weekdays from 9 to 2. Call 701-799-8226 to schedule an appointment.
Once again, our timeouts tonight brought to you by the fastest pumps in Ada at Freedom Fuel and Shine. Car wash discounts available when you purchase and fill up on gasoline. Audrina Egan continuing to serve as we broadcast from atop the Laura Tweeten Thrivent Financial broadcast booth tonight here at Park Christian. Ada Borup West undefeated on the road this year in regular season play. The Falcons grab a point out of the break here as they pop one over and get a bunch of Cougars committing to it, and down it goes. Alexa Gregg will enter the game now for the Falcons. We've seen a little bit less of her than normal matches tonight. Wow, this one is stuck in the basketball hoop. It is going to be a redone point on an absolute drive. I think it was either Engel or Severson. But we have to get a new volleyball. The ball is stuck in the stanchion, which is folded up at the top. So hopefully that doesn't fall down on anybody. Nice over-the-head touch from Sukert behind her head. As we play on now for the reserve. I've never seen that in my entire life. This one tipped a little bit out of bounds by the Cougars. It is Park Christian point as they went from a surefire Cougar point on that drive to now a Falcons point on the redo. Spalding with a credible dig. Sukert at the net, able to keep it up. What a play, but she went under the net, I think, and they're gonna go Cougars point. Incredible effort from Libby Sukert and Delaney Spalding keeping that ball off the ground. Speaking of ball off the ground, it's still up in the stanchion and might not ever come down. Free ball for the Cougars. Here comes Severson, dug out by Spalding, touched over by Sukert. West, a set coming for Messel, too short. Cougars opening up their largest lead of the third set. We've seen some oddities this season, but my goodness. The ball getting wedged into the basketball stanchion. That is a new one for me. To the outside for Christensen, blocked away, but out of play. The coverage was there from Severson, but it's out of bounds. Haley Free back into the game, subbing out Kylie West, a switch at the center spot. Good serve from Free, gets Thornton to lunge for it. Off a deflection on the Severson touch. The Falcons trying to recover. They pop it over, free ball coming. Severson will get the swing. It's blocked by Sukert, and down it goes. You get those basketball players up at the front. Libby Sukert, Sierra Carlson in coverage, able to send that one back down. 16-14 still, though. Cougars on top. Have led by as much as 4, but it's cut in half now to a 16-14 2-point lead. Setter Deke, Spalding able to cover. Alexa Gregg got it over, but then pushed right back. The Falcons were a little bit out of sorts in the back row. Spalding went for a touch, cut off Gregg, and down it went. Milena Severson will serve. Lunging, sprawling, diving goes Spalding. Here comes Engel, beats the block. (18-14), left to right we work with the Severson serve. Gregg from beyond the 10-foot line with an overhand swing. Leading to Engel, drive, and that's going to be a kill, beating Spalding. Another timeout called by Park Christian, trying to hang on, but the Ada Borup West front row is shining through and proving why they are the #1 undefeated in conference play. Pine to Prairie Conference leaders right now. We'll step aside, come right back in 30 seconds here on 106.5 KRJB and yourliveevent.com.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage, our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
Welcome back here to Park Christian as the Cougars, if you're just joining us right now, are up 2-0 on the Park Christian Falcons on our Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. That is a timeout brought to you by Freedom Fuel and Shine of Ada on Highway 9, the fastest pumps in town. Siri Messel running into this one, and short it goes. Cougars opening up their largest lead of the set and counting at 6 points. Severson still on the service streak. Grazes the net, and Spalding can't handle the readjustment. 21-14. Coming up later tonight, we will have our post-game brought to you by Home Crown Realty. Alexa Gregg with a nice play to keep this ball in play for the Falcons. Engel sends Gregg back down to a knee. Messelt through the block, all the way up to the ceiling. It goes. Engel again. Right-handed fist save from Gregg. Engel gears up. A fist right-handed save again from Alexa Gregg. Line back over. The Falcons just playing a lot of defense on this particular point, and Engel finally goes short game and gets it to drop. The Falcons hustling, scrappy, trying to keep every point up that they can. But the Ada Borup West Cougars proving too powerful here tonight. Sukert blocked away. Or no, sorry, she got that one through. Fell on the Cougars side of the net, but the block was there. It just got through by a small margin. Here comes the set from Free, goes back set, Carlson, what a dig from Severson. Carlson tries again, goes the float game. Johnson to Severson, now to Engel. It skims off the block and down. The last few matchups between these two teams head-to-head have been Ada Borup West 3-0 victories. And the Cougars looking for another one here tonight against the Falcons. Annika Johnson answers with a kill to the back middle of the Cougars defense. Sukert serves towards Johnson. Oh, what a blast from Egan. No chance for Park Christian to save that one. Audrina Egan, when those get teed up for her in the middle, it is game over. It is now set and match point 24-16. Cadence Thome is now going to check in and serve for the Cougars. Serves towards the middle for Spalding. DeVries blocked away. Falcons keep it up. Lobbed back over by Free. There's Thome with the touch. Egan for the win. Ada Borup West on the road continues their undefeated streak in conference play and regular season road play all in one match. The Cougars end up winning the sets by the score of 25-11, 25-23, and 25-16 here on YourLiveEvent.com on 106.5 KRJB. When we come back, we will have our post-game show brought to you by Home Crown Realty and hear from some folks from the victorious Cougars side in what was a quick 3-0 victory here tonight for Ada Borup West on the road. We'll get to all of our post-game accolades, that and more when we come back on YourLiveEvent.com.
Kyle Larson here for Franson Bank and Trust. We are a Farmer Mac approved lender that can offer operating lines of credit, land, equipment, and facility financing. Our lending experts understand the farm economy and climate in and around the Ada area. With a fast underwriting process and local decision making, you can save time on all farming and ag-related inquiries. Contact our Ada office today to learn more. Franson Bank and Trust, real people, real results. Member FDIC.
Catch all the action of the fall postseason for Minnesota and North Dakota high school football and volleyball on YourLiveEvent.com.
Going down the field, it's picked off here from Kindred. Tanning Johnson to the 30, to the 25. Johnson, could he go? Yes, sir! A 45-yard pick six. Ford takes it up, played high in the air by Horkin. Here's risky left side off of a touch. Kept alive Thornton. Now played high. Angle, Severson, smash! Count, good!
Check out the postseason schedule on YourLiveEvent.com.
Embrace the joy of community at Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, where wonderful neighbors and energetic minds come together. If you're seeking more than just a place to call home, you found the right spot with Halstead Living Center and Heritage House. Whether your interests lie in music, agriculture, sports, or dancing, you'll find someone who shares your passion and expertise. Discover a fulfilling lifestyle filled with connection and celebration with Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead. Get more information by calling 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. Three main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the CT. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Linforce Agency and Auto Owners Insurance care about the success of our local communities, businesses, and farms. We are cheering right alongside you for area students, athletes, and their achievements. We're here to celebrate your milestones and are with you through the unexpected. Our team of insurance agents is committed to helping you find a policy that fits your needs. At any of our locations, we will work with you to ensure that you and those you care about most are protected. Give us a call today at 218-435-6585 and check out our website at linforceagency.com.
Visit with Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and Seedex sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Are you pregnant with your first baby? Be a better parent tomorrow with good advice today from a personal nurse. Nurse Family Partnership provides the information, advice, and support you need throughout your pregnancy and after your baby arrives, all at no cost to you. Your personal nurse will be there whenever and wherever you need them, making sure you and your baby are healthy, strong, and thriving. For more information, contact your local public health agency or find us on social media. Together, we can build a better future.
Welcome to our Home Crown Realty post-match show here. Brandon Dahl, Eric Smart, Christy Melton, your agents with Home Crown Realty. Whether buying or selling real estate, Home Crown Realty and visit Home Crown Realty and visit them online at homecrownrealty.com. Let's get to handing out some of our awards, shall we, here tonight. Let's get to our Visser Grading in the Trenches Award, as there was some work being done in the trenches tonight. Visser Trenching, they dig it, they work in the trenches, and they get it done. Excavating work, sell and deliver rock, gravel, sand, dirt for your projects. Call Visser Trenching. As that award tonight is going to go to Audrina Egan in the trenches. She was in the middle and had a number of kills and was scrapping it out as well. Also an honorable mention to Delaney Spalding, who had some incredible sprawling attempts here tonight to save some balls that had no business staying off the ground. So a shout out to Spalding there, but Audrina Egan is our Visser Grading in the Trenches player here tonight. Our stars of the game brought to you by American Federal Bank in Ada. Give you 3 for each team here tonight. For the Ada Borup West Cougars, seemed pretty much that front row did the dominating tonight. Morgan Engel, Milena Severson, and Audrina Egan are your 3 stars of the game for the Ada Borup West Cougars. Then Sierra Carlson, Brenda DeVries, Annika Johnson, the top performers for Park Christian tonight. Those are your stars of the game, brought to you by American Federal Bank of Ada. We will take a quick break here, and then we'll get to our Benedictine Care Community Game Summary just around the break to recap what we saw here tonight. If you're just joining us on 106.5 KRJB and yourliveevent.com, we'll take a break and be right back.
When you think about North Dakota State College of Science, don't think about college. Don't think about desks. Don't think about buildings. Don't think about our expert instructors or our high-tech classrooms. Think about that new pickup you'll soon be driving. Think about decorating your first apartment. Think about that great job that's already waiting for you. Then, think about how you'll be doing all of those things in just 2 years. North Dakota State College of Science, the smarter way to college.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Performance Ag west of Borup is locally owned and operated and ready to serve the area farmer. They offer these products for the upcoming season: seed, chemicals, dry and liquid fertilizer, and application services. When we're talking seed from Performance Ag, they'll provide growers with corn, soybean, sunflower, small grain, sugar beet, or other seed that you plant on your farm. Thank you for your business from Performance Ag west of Borup.
Welcome back here on yourliveevent.com on our Home Crown Realty post-game show. It's time for our Benedictine Community Living Ada game recap and summary here. The Ada Borup West Cougars continue on the road to be undefeated this year in regular season play. That doesn't count the tournaments. Those are count as neutral site contests. So 9-0 on the road, 10-0 on the conference standings for, or 9-0 on the conference standings, 10-0 on the section standings for Ada Borup West here tonight, with that victory improving them to 18-8 on the season. The first set went something like this. Back and forth we went till it was about 17-11, 16-11 actually, to be precise, and then closing on a 9-0 run. The front row for the Cougars absolutely dominated and took over. Morgan Engel had 7 kills in the first set, was an unstoppable force for Ada Borup West. The second set, our closest contest of the night at 25-23. Ada Borup West coming out on top in a very close one where it was back and forth. No one had led by more than 2. Then Ada Borup West opened it up to 4. Park Christian closes. It was 25-21. The Falcons gain a couple of points, but then could not put up the third one in a row, to make it a win by 2 scenario. But nonetheless, the Falcons' best effort tonight, Sierra Carlson, played a big factor in that set, forcing some of the hits a little bit higher, longer out the backside for the Cougars' front row. Then the third set, 25-16. The Cougars just kind of run away with this one in the third set, just pulling away with that front row doing its job here. As we will take a break, that is your Benedictine Living Community Ada post-game recap here on yourliveevent.com at 106.5 KRJB. When we return, we will get some of our interviews brought to you by River's Edge Insurance and Georgetown Farmers Elevators here when we return.
Hungry and on the road, Petro Stopping Center in Fargo has got your back with an impressive lineup of goodies including Popeye's Chicken, Charlie's Cheesesteaks, Cinnabon, Papa John's, and a mouth-watering full-sized restaurant, the Dolly Down Grill. You'll be spoiled for choice. Whether you're a quick pit stopper or looking to settle in for a while, Petro Stopping Center's Fargo location has got you covered 24/7 every day of the week. Cruise on over to their spot just off 45th Street at I-94 and indulge in a feast fit for the road warrior in you.
Prairie Supply has the expertise to help you tackle even the toughest jobs, from concrete and rebar to heat and winter construction services. Prairie Supply has extensive product lines with professional on-site solutions you can trust. Prairie Supply is a supplier of construction equipment and materials specializing in, but not limited to, concrete construction. Prairie Supply supporting the hard-working contractors in the field or at the drawing board. Visit prairiesupply.com today.
Visit the new Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro. They have everything you need. Explore our large selection of quality hardware and building materials, perfect for every project. Inside, you'll find Valspar paint to brighten your home, top-of-the-line Milwaukee and DeWalt tools for every job, plus all the essentials for a successful harvest. Flashlights, glass cleaner, paper towels, scrapers, grain shovels, and more. Make your next stop Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro.
Welcome back here on yourliveevent.com and 106.5 KRJB, joined by Milena Severson on a River's Edge Insurance Agency post-game interview. And Milena, congrats on 1,000 kills. How does it feel?
It feels awesome. I couldn't be here without all my teammates, so it's a great feeling to achieve this for all of them with me.
Yeah, and how much of that was thanks to some incredible setting out there tonight?
Yes,
it seemed like you had some good looks.
Yeah, it was, for sure.
Yeah. What kind of teammates who would you like to shout out for on your side that helped you on the accomplishment and then just a win in general here tonight?
I want to shout out my setter, Morgan, first of all. She's been setting me all 1,000 of those kills, so I'm very thankful for her, and she's like my biggest cheerleader on the court. And just all of my teammates, they're like my biggest supporters, and I couldn't be here without all of them.
Yeah. You guys continue a nice streak in the conference, staying undefeated in conference play. What does it mean as you guys will now take on Climax Fisher coming up to try and close out perfect in the conference this year?
Yeah, going into Climax Fisher, we just gotta come in strong, and yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. Seemed like you guys are having some fun out on the court tonight. That front row especially seemed pretty good chemistry, gelled together. Do you think that played into the victory here tonight?
Yeah, we had a lot of great runs, and we ran like almost all of our hitters, so it made the blockers think a lot. So that was really good to see, and it helped us out a lot.
Was there any challenges or twists that Park Christian threw at you that you guys had to adjust for, but it seemed like you guys were able to make those adjustments to make the 3-0 win happen?
Yeah. There was a couple defensive errors that we kind of just on our side messed up a little bit, but we fixed that up, and Park Christian had some good blockers, so we had to hit shots around them, but yeah.
How much momentum do you think this team is riding on as we come nearing to the end of the regular season?
Yeah. We're trying to bring as much momentum as we can to the end of the season, and we're having a lot of fun.
looks like a lot of fun out there, and enjoy the win tonight. Congrats on the milestone achievement.
Thank you.
That's Melena Severson joining us for our Rivers Edge Insurance Agency post-game interview.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
You finally found the perfect car in Racing Blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, Halsted, 218-456-2172.
Keep going, more.
Here with Jenna Engel on our Rivers Edge Insurance Agency post-game interview, and just hearing from Melena Severson, getting that milestone marker here at 1,000. Talk to me about just what you've seen from her growth throughout the years in the program, and to see it all come together for 1,000 here tonight.
Yeah, she's been, tall for a lot of her life. But for her to kind of grow into her body her sophomore year and kind of take, some front row responsibilities for us, and then, not only that, now she's setting for us as well in the back row, and she's, she's a gamer. It's not just, it's not just I'm going to hit it hard. She thinks about her shots, and the wheels are turning always, and just her wanting to win, that's something you can't coach, which is super fun to see. And she is hard to stop now.
Yeah, I mean, there are some sets that she had some looks where she was just looking straight down at the ground, it seemed, and all she had to do was take a mighty swing. But this front row seems pretty special, pretty good chemistry together, and they're hard hitters. How important has this front row been to just the success that this team has sustained?
Yeah, they've come a long ways. We were very one-dimensional with just setting outside, and now we have a nice middle dynamic, not knowing where we're going to set up the ball, and it all comes down to passing. So if we can get a good pass, and if it can, if you don't know where we're going, when we can have the option to also run a middle on a good pass, it's really tough to stop. Good group of seniors that are smart with the ball, and and like to hit hard.
Yeah, like you said, it seems like they are some smart, intelligent players out there. They're making adjustments on the fly, and didn't really have to call that many timeouts to rein it in here tonight, even when Park Christian had a solid second set and was hanging in there. It seemed like they were to kind of make some adjustments on the fly.
Yeah, that's the beauty of having a bunch of seniors on the court. They can do it themselves. I can, they make my life easy. I get to, I set them up in the best way I think possible, and then, then it's up to them. And yeah, I'll take a timeout here and there when there needs to be, but they've been there, done that, and they know what needs to change, and yeah, they can definitely do it on their own, and they don't need me to do it.
Yeah. And rolling through a 3-0 match here against one of the higher-ranked opponents in the Pine Prairie Conference, and then seeing another one with Climax Fisher coming up to close out the season. How much confidence does it give you for postseason coming up that you guys have been able to make some solid work out of these better-ranked opponents?
Yeah, I mean, super confident. If we can pass like we did here, serve, receive, gosh, we have a really good chance of making a big tournament run if we can pass consistently and not let the other team go on many runs. We will. I think our future is bright for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. What makes coaching this team enjoyable?
I think it's their chemistry on the court. me not really having to do a whole lot. They're motivated themselves. I don't have to tell them to try harder. I don't have to tell them that I want to win more than they do. They're the ones who want to do it. And when they take the reins like that, and when I can just sit back and watch, it's fun because, they're a fun team to watch.
Yeah, it looked pretty dangerous out there tonight. How good some of those swings looked, and defense coming to play too. Let's not overshadow the back row's performance tonight either. They kept some balls up that really thought they were going to get down.
Yeah, and that's we work every day on that in practice. Some of our defense, and a couple years ago, we struggled in that department, and kudos to the ones who are serve receivers in 6 rotations. Our libero Avery Johnson, they've put time in the off season, not just during season, to work on their passing, work on their defense, and they are much improved. And and it all kudos to them because we couldn't set up our offense if we didn't have them.
Yeah. When's the last time you saw a volleyball stuck in the hoop?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes they get stuck in the curtain, but I can't say I've seen it stuck in the hoop.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
A first for me, and forced a reserve, but that was one of the highlights of the night right there, catching that on camera, seeing that ball stick it in the hoop. But
yeah, those balls are expensive, so they're going to want to get that one down.
Yep. Otherwise, we may not see it again. But thanks for joining me, and enjoy the victory here tonight. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
That's Jenna Engel joining us here on a Rivers Edge Insurance Agency post-game interview.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
Hi, we're Tommy's Express. Scan the QR code for a fast pass to a free month of washing. Our modern car wash offers a bright, open environment and a low-stress conveyor belt entry. Our signature scent, ceramic body wax, spot-free rinse, and heated blowers give you the best shine in town. Check out the wash for yourself. Washing your car is easy, fast, and fun. Visit Tommy's Express today.
Glasses say so much about your personality and personal style. At Valley Vision Clinic, they are happy to work with you in selecting frames that complement your features and vision needs as well as fit your budget. If you're not sure that glasses are for you, ask the Valley Vision Clinic in Ada about contact lenses. There are many advantages to consider when determining if contact lenses are right for you, and the knowledgeable staff at Valley Vision can answer any questions you may have. For all your eye care needs, call Dr. Dave Solseng and staff at Valley Vision Clinic in Ada, 784-4091.
This is Bruce Visser of Visser Grading. Visser Grading is a road maintenance contractor for the roads in Hendrum, Pleasant View, Lockhart, Anthony and Green Meadow Townships, Mary and Winchester, Strand and McDonaldsville, Hegney and Halsted and Lee Townships. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to blade and grade your roads, and we look forward to serving you for many years to come. Visser Grading wishes all students the very best in all of their activities. Visser Grading says give it your all in the academics, athletics, and the arts. Being involved in your school and its activities promotes teamwork that will guide you towards success.
Welcome back here on our Your Live Event post-game show, brought to you by Home Crown Realty, as we now transition to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Match, which brought to you, of course, by Enbridge Energy for Life. That would be Milena Severson hitting the 1,000 kill mark tonight. Milestone accomplishment for the senior heading off to NDSU next year. Congrats to Milena Severson on 1,000 kills, reaching that on the road at Park Christian here tonight. And then our Hallstatt Telephone Company post-game connection, that's going to be Engel to Severson, the setter to outside hitter combination. Morgan Engel had several kills herself here tonight, got towards the double-digit mark, and then Milena Severson got to that 1,000-mile mark because of the setting from Morgan Engel, who's been just the partner in crime to Milena Severson for all these years, helping her get to those 1,000 kills. We'll take another break here on our Home Crown Realty post-game show and come back with a couple more of our accolades to hand out, and then wrap it up here from Park Christian on yourliveevent.com on 106.5 KRJB. Thank you for joining us here this evening. Stay with us for the rest of our post-game.
When you have a project that requires rock, gravel, crushed asphalt, or crushed concrete, or you need some trenching work done, call Visser Trenching of Ada. They'll move the dirt, they'll haul the rock, they'll take care of you. They do a great job. Call Visser Trenching Ada, 784-4381. Good luck, teams, from everyone at Visser Trenching.
For nearly 40 years, West Main Pizza has been serving up hot, delicious pizzas and other favorites, like sub sandwiches, calzones, chicken wings, pasta dishes, paninis, and more. With 2 locations on East Main in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth, we offer dine-in, takeout, and online ordering at westmainpizza.net. Discover more than just pizza at West Main Pizza in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth, your neighborhood favorite since 1986.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the CT. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy. Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro is completing post-frame buildings 80 by 80, 80 by 160, even 80 by 200. Need an addition or shop reskin? Cywick Lumber and Hardware has all materials. They'll complete to your customized building requests. Bifold doors, hydro doors for farm buildings, and metal sailed steel for durable construction. Whether it's new, an addition, or a repair, every building project can be done with Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro. All materials, all in one place. Visit or call Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
It's time for our final few features and awards to hand out here tonight. Our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the match tonight. That's going to be the ball that still resides in the hoop right now up at Park Christian. We'll give you a look at our play of the game as the ball still resides up there. As you can kind of see it wedged in above the American flag and the stanchion of the basketball hoop. So that is our Agassiz Precision Ag play of the match tonight, an oddity that we might never see again. But your local precision planting dealer is Agassiz Precision Ag in Hillsboro. Call 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for Agassiz Precision Ag. And handing out our last award tonight is going to be the Subway Sub of the Game, which is going to belong to Sierra Carlson from the Park Christian Falcons. Off the bench, she ends up getting multiple kills from that right side, elevates on the block, and forced a few shots wide and long for the Falcons tonight. So Carlson is your Subway of Ada Sub of the Game. Thank you for joining us here on yourliveevent.com and 106.5 KRJB on the radio side. Thank you to Kaylin for producing here in the studio back in Ada, engineering our broadcast here tonight. Josh Boyko signing off from Park Christian. Thank you for tuning in here tonight. Then please patronize our sponsors. Give them your business whenever possible, as we really appreciate our sponsors. They are the ones that can keep this on air and keep this going. We really do appreciate you, and give them some of your business so we can keep doing our job and they can keep doing theirs. Sign off from Park Christian, Josh Boyko on yourliveevent.com and 106.5 KRJB of Ada. The Cougars of Ada Borup West, a 3-0 victory over Park Christian on the road.